All right, scholars, we're going to start our grammar review and we're going to begin with nouns and pronouns. These are our basic parts of speech, and you need to know the parts of speech in order to know how to write a sentence correctly and where to put punctuation. So we're going to begin with nouns. So nouns are just words that name people, places, things, or ideas. They are the main subject of your sentence. So, for example, in Julia played tennis, Julia, who is a person, and tennis, which is a thing, are your two nouns. In the second sentence, safety became a concern. Safety as well as concern are both ideas, so they would be included as nouns. And then in the third sentence, you have Mr. Todd lives in London. So Mr. Todd, being a person, would be a noun, as well as London, because it is a place. And there are two types of nouns. You have proper nouns and common nouns. Proper nouns tell us the name of a specific person, place, thing, or idea, and they usually start with capital letters. So in our previous sentences, as in Julia played tennis, Julia would be your proper noun because it is a specific person, as well as Mr. Todd and London. The other type of noun are your common nouns. These are just general people, places, things, or ideas. They don't start with a capital letter unless they begin a sentence. So, for example, in Julia played tennis, tennis is your common noun. Notice it doesn't start with a capital letter. Safety became a concern. Safety and concern are both common nouns. Now you need to know that articles, which are the words a, an, and the, are nouns. They signal that a noun is coming. So in I ate a pickle, a is used to tell you that the noun pickle is coming. And they had an argument. And is used to signal that the noun argument is following. And in the information seems important, the signals that the noun information is coming. So anytime you see a, an, or the, almost always you have a noun that comes right after it. So you and I are going to practice together. So what we're going to do is you're going to find the nouns in the sentence. You need to do these in your interactive reading notebook. So number 1, Tommy worked the night shift. Please write down the nouns in that sentence. Number 2, Sarah ate spaghetti. Number 3, Henry flew to Washington, D.C. Okay, we're going to check and see if you were able to identify the nouns. In number 1, Tommy worked the night shift. Tommy and shift are your nouns. Number 2, Sarah and spaghetti are your nouns. And number 3, Henry and Washington, D.C. are your nouns. If you did not get those correct, please go back and change your answer to have the correct answer. Now, this is where you're going to practice all by yourself. So in your notebook, under your notes, you need to write the following sentences and then underline the nouns. Number 1, John Dover bought a digital camera. Number 2, safety became a concern after the accident. Number 3, Owen took a job in Georgia. 4, a nervous witness sometimes forgets details. 5, the parents stayed for the refreshments. Now we're going to move on to some more notes. We're going to be talking about pronouns. A pronoun is just a word that takes the place of a noun. So we're going to keep our same sentences as before, and if you'll notice, we have words that replace our nouns. So in Julia plays tennis, she plays tennis. She replaces Julia. In safety became a concern, it became a concern. It replaces safety. Mr. Todd lives in London. He lives in London. He replaces Mr. Todd. There are also two different types of pronouns. You have your personal pronouns, which are words that will take the place of specific person, places, or things. And most commonly, those pronouns are I, me, he, she, us, we, them, etc. And these are the most common that you will use. Indefinite pronouns include pronouns like each, everyone, everybody, anyone, somebody, both, some, all, or most. For example, everyone bought a ticket. Instead of saying Mark, John, Sam, and Shannon bought tickets, we just take all those proper nouns and put it under the category of everyone. So you and I are going to practice together. So we're going to find the pronouns in the following sentences and identify them as either personal or indefinite. So please, number 1, 2, 3 under your notes, and let's find the pronouns and label them. So number 1, everyone told her congratulations. Number 2, she watched all of the videos. Number 3, they picked some of the vegetables for him. Once you have those written down, we'll go back and we'll check them. Number 1, your pronouns should be everyone and her. Everyone is an indefinite pronoun and her is a personal pronoun. And number 2, she is a personal pronoun and all is indefinite. And number 3, they is personal and him is personal and some is indefinite. Now it's time for you to practice on your own. In your notebook, under your notes, you need to identify the pronouns in each sentence and tell me if that pronoun is personal or indefinite. Number 1, she gave both of the dogs a bath. Number 2, it really does not affect someone like me. Number 3, he is a better actor than anyone on the stage. Number 4, they surprised everyone by naming Jude to succeed her. Number 5, you have completed all of the assignments.